One of the most important contributing factors towards urban sustainability is public transportation. Trains, buses, and even sidewalks provide personal mobility for the public. These services help people commute to jobs and schools, as well as restaurants and public health facilities. This service of mobility is something that highways, in conjunction with automobiles, can't possibly provide. Unfortunately for the city of Atlanta, infrastructure for private transportation is favored significantly over public transportation. Perhaps nobody understood this fact more than Ryan Gravel, who witnessed Atlanta's over-reliance on highways and decided to offer a solution. Ryan, a Georgia Tech student in '99, was inspired by the seamless city infrastructure of European cities such as Paris, France, and wanted to apply their model of public transportation onto the city of Atlanta. Ryan's opportunity to provide a solution for Atlanta came with the discovery of an abandoned railroad. In his 1999 master thesis, Ryan explains the history of the Beltline and shares his vision of better public mobility in Atlanta. The Beltline itself is a 22-mile loop of abandoned railroad that encircles downtown Atlanta and connects through 45 neighborhoods. The Beltline revision that Ryan proposed repurposes the abandoned railroad into a light rail public transit system. Ryan's thesis goes in depth into how this could work and the benefits it could provide. He uses detailed maps to show the approximate areas where the light rail stations would be located. Illustrations are used as well to show how the rail stations could be integrated into pre-existing spaces along the Beltline. Overall, the thesis does an incredible job of presenting an idea for the revitalization of the Beltline and applying it in a feasible manner. Around 2001, Ryan's idea for the urban revitalization project caught the attention of his co-workers, as well as City Council President Kathy Woolard. Together, Ryan, Kathy, and many volunteers tweaked and improved upon the original plan for the Beltline. This effect caught the attention of community advocates who saw the Beltline revitalization project as a crucial next step towards a better Atlanta. Among the excitement of the project, there were concerns heard from the community on the Beltline project's impact on low-income neighborhoods and whether or not they would be affected by the sudden shift in development. Ryan and his team made a commitment towards keeping the Beltline project as fair and equitable as possible for each of the 45 surrounding neighborhoods. After years of gaining support and funding, Ryan's idea finally came into fruition with the creation of the Atlanta Beltline Company, established in 2005. Soon, MARTA gets involved with the project, and the jobs of the Beltline are split between the two organizations. Atlanta Beltline heads the construction of the trail section for the Beltline. As for MARTA, their job is to construct and maintain the light rail portion of the Beltline. This is where things get a little complicated. It's been 22 years since Ryan's master thesis was written. Within this span of time, the trail portion of the Beltline has nearly been constructed to completion, with the east and west ends of the trails already built. That's decent progress for the Atlanta Beltline Company. But what about MARTA? What's the progress on their end of the deal? As of 2021, not a single piece of the 22-mile light rail has been laid down by MARTA. In a recent 2021 interview, Ryan Gravel explained MARTA's negligence on the construction of the light rail.
As Matthew noted, I think that our challenge is and has been in fits and starts for 20 years now. Our challenge is really that our local transit agency, MARTA, has always struggled with the Beltline. They never quite understood it. They have taken it on over time, doing LPA, doing all kinds of studies and planning and effort, but they never really quite understood it. They always saw it as a transportation project. They never saw it as the way that we see it, which is about building the city that we want, building the lives that we want for ourselves. And MARTA's never really prioritized it. They've really struggled with it.
In addition to MARTA's negligence, the Atlanta Beltline organization started to turn away from the original promise of affordable housing and equity. This caused Ryan Gravel to step away from the Atlanta Beltline organization in 2016. So with both MARTA and the Atlanta Beltline organization no longer able to keep the promise of the light rail, a new organization needed to be formed in order to kick things into gear and to fulfill the original vision of the Beltline. Enter Beltline Rail Now, a city advocacy group formed once again by Kathy Woolard and Ryan Gravel in 2018. Beltline Rail Now's sole purpose is for advancing the construction of the Beltline light rail component. In turn, this means butting heads with MARTA, along with the Atlanta Beltline organization, and calling them out on their inability to provide Atlanta with a new mode of public transportation. For Beltline Rail Now, this is done in several ways, either by spreading awareness about the light rail through social media, or by conducting interviews with local news affiliates to spread as much information about the importance of the original Beltline plan as possible. There is also the Beltline Rail Now white page, which is a 48-page document that serves as a blueprint for the light rail's funding plan. Of course, volunteering for the Beltline Rail Now organization is what's most important for the light rail's fate, and in summary, that's what this video is all about. Beltline Rail Now needs the help of its community and the help of volunteers to push MARTA and the Atlanta Beltline organization into the right direction and get the ball rolling on a public transportation plan that will connect the city of Atlanta for good. This can only be done with the help of others. So get involved now.